WTA rankings update. Sabalenka asserts position at the top. Gauff rises back above Anisimova while Bencic returns to top 10. After the first week of competition in the 2026 tennis campaign, there have been some movement across the WTA rankings with the best tennis players in the world looking to rise up the order. Tournaments held in Brisbane and Auckland were capitalized by numerous players, while the United Cup brought out the best in everyone while competing for their country. This event offered ranking points out as well, with a vast variety of options to choose to commence their season. There is a return to the top 3 tennis fans have had locked in their minds over the prior few years. Right at the top, the extra 500 points for defending her title in the Brisbane International sees Aryna Sabalenka remain firmly on top with 10.990 points. A long way back in second is Iga Swiatek, who took home the United Cup trophy on top of some points to finish her with 8.328 for the week. There has been some movement behind, with Coco Gauff making a swift return ahead of Amanda Anisimova in the top 3. Both players gained more ranking points, but an early exit in Brisbane meant Anisimova was only able to climb to 6,320 while Gauff stormed ahead with 6,423 ranking points. Elena Rybakina, 5,850, and Jessica Pegula, 5,453, remain where they last stood, but Jasmine Paolini and Mira Andreeva have both been bumped up a place into 7th and 8th respectively, with Madison Keys losing out. The American has a lot of points to defend this month, and is already feeling that sinking feeling with 4,003 points. While she is firmly in the top 10, that may not last for long, with a rampant Belinda Bencic continuing from her incredible rise last year to climb into the top 10, making a return. She leapfrogged Ekaterina Alexandrova into 10th after a heroic United Cup showing for Switzerland. There are some slight changes from 11-20. ASB Classic champion Alina Svitolina rises a place into 12th while Victoria Mboko moves into a new career high of 17th in the world. Linda Noskova and Ludmila Samsonova are the ones to drop down. The biggest move so far comes with Marta Kostyuk canoning up 6 places to emerge back into the top 20th, right on the cusp in 20th. Her final appearance in Brisbane sees her start the week with 1,983 ranking points. The likes of Diana Schneider and Elise Mertens have dropped 2 places due to movements like this one. It is a new career high for both Ivajovic. The 18-year-old is not only making her top 32 debut, but her first appearance in the top 30 after an impressive showing in Auckland. She rose 5 places and is perched 30th with 1,520 points, while fellow talented youngster Maya Joint makes a return to the top 32. McCartney Kessler is one of the biggest losers. She drops 6 places down to world number 37 with the Hobart International title firmly on her mind as the reigning champion. Biggest winners and losers. Aside from Kostyuk and Jovic, the biggest winner has to go to the semi-finalist in New Zealand Sinew Wong. She is now on 1,194, which propels her up 13 places into world number 43. While this is not a career high, Alexandra Ila in 49th is breaking new ground after she was defeated by the Chinese woman in Auckland. 2-time Grand Slam champion Barbara Krejcikova has been bumped up 8 places to 55th as she looks to get back to where she belongs in the rankings. In contrast, the biggest loser dropped down 12 places in the top 100. This was Ashlyn Kruger, who has been unable to defend a brace of quarterfinals from last year after being unable to qualify for the Adelaide International. From being in the top 50, she is now outside the top 60 in 61st with 1,026 points. WTA rankings update. A crown secured, a rivalry rebalanced, and a return to the inner circle. The WTA rankings are not merely numbers on a list, they are a living map of momentum, confidence, resilience, and ambition. Each update tells a story of who is holding firm, who is surging, and who is reclaiming lost ground. In the latest rankings shift, 3 narratives stand out vividly: Aryna Sabalenka's commanding assertion at the summit, Coco Gauff's rise back above Amanda Anisimova in a closely watched duel of next-generation stars, and Belinda Bencic's determined return to the elite top 10. Together, these movements capture the present spirit of women's tennis: powerful, unpredictable, and deeply human. Sabalenka, The weight of the crown, worn with authority. At the top of the rankings, Aryna Sabalenka stands firm, not simply holding the #1 position, but asserting it. To reach the summit of the WTA rankings is one thing. To stay there is another entirely. The top spot invites pressure from every angle, media scrutiny, rising challengers, and the quiet psychological battle of knowing that every opponent steps onto the court with nothing to lose and everything to gain. Sabalenka, however, has embraced this pressure as fuel rather than burden. Her game has long been defined by raw power, thunderous serves, flat ground strokes that rip through courts, and a physical presence that overwhelms opponents. What has changed, and what now justifies her grip on #1, is refinement. The unforced errors that once crept into key moments have been reduced. The emotional swings, once visible from the stands, have settled into controlled intensity. This rankings update is not just a reflection of points accumulated, it is a recognition of authority. Sabalenka is no longer chasing anyone. She is the standard others must measure themselves against. And perhaps most telling is how she carries the crown. There is less celebration now, less visible surprise at her own success. Instead, there is an air of expectation. Winning is no longer an event, it is a responsibility. Gauff and Anisimova, a pendulum swing in a new age rivalry. Just beneath the summit, another compelling storyline unfolds, one that speaks to the future of the sport. Coco Gauff's rise back above Amanda Anisimova in the rankings may appear modest on paper, but symbolically, it is significant. Both players represent different interpretations of the modern game. Gauff, still astonishingly young despite her growing resume, blends athleticism, speed, and mental maturity beyond her years. Her rise has never been linear. It has come in waves, bursts of brilliance followed by periods of recalibration. This latest rankings move signals another upward swing, one fueled by consistency rather than hype. For Gauff, reclaiming ground is about reaffirmation. It is about reminding the tour, and perhaps herself, that growth is not always visible match to match, but it is cumulative. Her improved serve, greater patience in rallies, and expanding tactical awareness are beginning to translate into results that matter in the rankings column. Anisimova, on the other hand, remains one of the tour's great enigmas. Her talent is undeniable: clean ball striking, fearless shot-making, and the ability to dismantle top players on her day. Yet her journey has been shaped by interruptions, comebacks, and the challenge of sustaining rhythm in a relentless calendar. The ranking switch between Gauff and Anisimova is less a verdict and more a snapshot. It captures a moment where Gauff's steadiness has edged ahead of Anisimova's volatility. But it also preserves the tension of a rivalry still unfolding. Their paths will cross again, and when they do, the rankings may shift once more.